up to Vanguard.
Raise the flag. Dragon World. And then of course the game zone card for this deck. Alright. Draw for turn. Discard. I'm gonna ride Aibo Academy Gao Mikado. So when I ride over the Dragon World flag, automatically put it, it basically becomes a set order card, and then I take a buddy card from my ride deck and I put it with the flag. And then on top of everything else, I take the top 2 cards of my deck and I put it in the gauge zone. And Gao Mikado, when he rides on, when I ride him from Dragon World, I can perform one of the following. I can either look at the top 7 cards of my deck and choose up to 1 grade 1 or less Armored Dragon, or up to 1 grade 1 or less item card from among them, reveal it and put it in my hand and shuffle the deck. Or I can search my deck for up to 1 Sunfist Sunshine Impact and arm it to this unit without paying its cost. So I'm going to do the second ability to search the deck and arm him with the Sunfist for free. And then of course, just like with the Buddy Fight mechanic, at the start of my ride phase, I'm allowed to take 1 card from hand and put it in my gauge zone to draw 1 before I ride. Going to pass turn.
Roll. This card. Looks like the Vanguard, choose grade 1 or less carbon capital for the river from yeah, 8, 12, 9, extra Vanguard.
No guard.
Right to the check. No trigger.
Damage check. No trigger. Alright. Alright, before riding, I'm going to charge and draw. Let's get this. Discard, then I'm going to ride Expert of Mikado style Aiki Jujitsu Gao Mikado. When he is placed on Vanguard Circle, I can look at the top 7 cards of my deck, choose up to 1 card with drum in its card name or up to 1 item card from among them, reveal it, put it into the hand, and shuffle the deck afterwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Get Crimson Battler, Drum Bunker Dragon to my hand. I'm gonna use the Drago Wisdom, Knowledge of the 5th Omni from my drop zone. I can play this from my drop if I have a Vanguard with Gao in its card name or a Rearguard with 5th Omni in its name. I can bind it from the drop. Then I could take the top card of my deck and put in the gauge face down, and then I draw 1 card. And the fun part about Sunfist is at this point, during my turn, my Vanguard gets 5,000 power. And if I have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Gao in its card name, all of my front row rear guards with Drum in their names gets plus 5,000. So I'm going to attack your Vanguard with 15,000.
No guard.
Draw a trigger check. No trigger.
Damage check. No trigger.
Alright. Here you go.
And draw this card. Right. Counter plus 1. When she is placed, choose a grade 3 mermaid from the right deck and reveal it. Insert your top 7 cards of the deck for a non-sentinel or for 1 prism, pearl, and twinkle pattern. And cut one into your hand. If I did not add a card, then I may counter charge. Alright, so this would be 10,000 at your Vanguard.
We'll take that. Critical trigger. All effects to the Vanguard.
Vanguard attacks with ability, I will return to hand. And 10,000 at your Vanguard.
Trigger pass.
Draw trigger check. Trigger it is. Draw to the power to the Vanguard. And I will draw. Alright.
Damage. No trigger.
It is your move.
Alright. Standard draw. I will charge and draw. This card, and I will ride. Oh, that is the wrong. That is supposed to be my Vanguard, and that's supposed to be the body. Alright, Mighty Sunfighter, Gao Mikado. Does nothing when he's rode, but the full effects of my Sunshine Impact card will come into play now. Starting off, by paying one, most of that. I'm gonna do Gao Mikado's skill. My buddy's skill is an act once per turn. By soul blasting one card, I can search my deck or drop for up to one Drum Buffer Dragon and call it to rear guard, and reduce the cost of that unit's original act ability by 1 gauge until the end of turn. But of course, I still got to pay its call cost. I believe just says call to rear guard. Actually, I don't think so. Alright, next I'm going to pay 1 gauge, and by either putting the top card of my deck or a card from the drop into this card buddy's soul to calling Blue Sky Knight's Drum Bunker Dragon. Then, by Soul Blasting 1, I get to, for when a rear guard with drum in its different card name from this card is placed, by Soul Blasting 1, I'm going to call Drum Bunker Dragon SD to right behind it. And now I will use Drum Bunker's skill. Since his act ability I can use for free, which would be paying a gauge, I get to search my deck or drop for up to 1 unit with drum in its card name that's different from him, and call it on top of him without paying its call cost. And I'm going to put I'm gonna do Thunder Knights, Drum Bunker Dragon. And since Drum Bunker Dragon is part of his Soul Guard, not grade 3. So that only works, but even then, this unit would get an extra 5k if you were grade 3. I'm going to do Dragon Wisdom for my drop by binding it. Top part of my deck, face down into the gauge, and then draw. Alright, now I'm going to go into battle. 10,000 extra Vanguard. And another thing I should mention with the Soul Guard, it works just like in Buddy Fight itself. If it were to be retired in any way, I can take the card from its soul and give it a drop to keep it on the field. Alright, and then going to take the Vanguard. So this would be 18, but this would be 18,000 power. So we drive first, critical, crit power. Second, no trigger.
First check. Front trigger, 10,000 power to the front line. Next check, no trigger.
And since my Vanguard is grade 3, I forgot he was 15 when he attacked because of some of this. So this was 25. 33,000 extra Vanguard.
Yes, my crew.
Yep.
Crew trigger all effects to the Vanguard.
Alright, it is your turn.
And draw. Discard. Right acidic Y Kairi. If you're greater or greater, all your gross place this turn gets +1 power, which is continuous effect. Call. Call. When placed, so that you have a grade 3 Vanguard memory and a +1. call.
Mm-hmm.
And with this, make it the plus of that is just your turn or ultimate both players' turn.
Just my turn. Only thing that is during your turn is Drumbucker Dragon's continuous skill while being in this Drumbucker's soul is that he is 15,000 power during your turn. And that's it.
That should be good.
I'll do Soul Guard to keep it on the field.
$28,000
I'll take that. No trigger.
Ability, counterblast 1. Return 2 cards. Hand. Call. And call. Since you orc grade 3, he gets +1 drive. And 13,000 and triple drive at your Vanguard. First check, hero trigger. I will give the 10,000 power to each hero and you have 4 out of 4 for the cover now.
Okay.
Next check, back heal trigger. Cannot heal, but I'll give you 5,000 power to this regard. And the trigger. She has 25,000 actual. 25,000 at this regard. Revert loading she attacks. Since I did return a card to my hand this turn, on a grade or a greater Vanguard, I could put a grade 2 or less card into the soul. Draw a card, and she gets the plus 10,000 power, which should be 35,000 extra Vanguard.
So 35.
Yes, sir, 35.
Front trigger.
And my turn. active ability, I may return one card to your hand. If I persona right, I can return it to you, but I can't do that. And I will pass turn.
And now I shall persona ride. Roll, and my entire front row gains 10,000 power. By paying 1 gauge. And then choosing the Drum Bunker Dragon I just paid the gauge for. I'm going to call Thunder Knight's Drum Bunker Dragon to Vanguard. So now both these are 15 on their own. Well, 25. Then I'm going to call Drum Bunker Dragon SD behind Gao Mikado. And I shall go into battle. I'm gonna go using Gao Mikado's ability. When he attacks by arresting a rear guard unit, choosing this Drum Bunker Dragon, until the end of that battle, the unit rested for this cost, and that is in a linked attack state where their power is combined. So technically, not really going to do the math because I'm going to use, this is where I'm going to be using the ability of my Sunfist Sunshine Impact, now that you are grade 3, by discarding a copy of Sunfist from my hand. My Vanguard's power becomes infinite and gains a critical. And then when he becomes in the link attack state, he gains 5,000 power. So this is going to be infinite power, critical of 2 at your Vanguard.
New effects.
After the battle of Gao Mikado, by counterblasting 1, I can restand the unit that I rested from link attack state. Heal trigger. I give power here, then I'll heal 1 point of damage. Second check, no trigger. Okay. Now I'm going to Counterblast 1 for Gao Mikado. To stand my Thunder Knight's Drum Poker Dragon. So I should put it. Let's see. Put one up there for the persona. This guy is. Game is 10,000 because good trigger. Not because of the sun first. Alright. $35,000 at your Vanguard. With a boost from Drum Pucker Dragon SD, Thunder Knights will attack. Let's see. 20, 35, 43 at your Vanguard.
Persona Ride. 2,000 for the front row. And I will roll. You should get +5,000 price this turn. The 20,000 at your Vanguard.
20,000. We'll take that. No trigger.
23,000 at your Vanguard.
I'm not gonna lie. You guys are gonna talk about Vanguard. I just want to read about you guys playing chess, and it matches perfectly.
23, make it 28.
Your attack is 23, 1 plus 1. Return 2 to the hand. this one. You see this twice. No, that's wrong. Okay, type 7.
Mm-hmm.
Shuffle. Three and triple drive.
That'll be 63.
First check, no trigger. Next check, no trigger. Final check, no trigger. Since you just placed this turn, she has plus 5,000, plus 10,000 when you put on the line. 25,000 at your Vanguard.
And I am going to intercept. With my Thunder Knights. And because I had a card in his soul, he gains plus 5,000 shield. In addition to including the drum bunker that was in his soul, gets an additional 5k shield, so that makes it 33.
Packing, so you can record to my hand is grade 2 or less card. Roll, you can take that up to and perform 35,000 at the Vanguard.
So 35.
35.
And that intercept my Thunder Knights. So 5, 10, 15, making it 28, 43.
And then you turn 2 towards the hand, got the sunrise, and on the pass turn.
I will stand. Before I shall charge in draw. Alright, I'm going to Persona Ride. Alright. I'm going to pay 1 gauge. Drum Bunker Dragon to put into the base soul of Crimson Battler Drum Bunker Dragon. Over there. And now with Crimson Battler, he's just the same as the Thunder Knights. I can take the top card of the deck or from the drop and put it to his Buddy Soul. When this unit attacks, or it becomes in a link attack state, if I have grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Gao in its card name, he gets +1 critical. Let's take another Drum Bunker and call Blue Sky Knights Drum Bunker Dragon. I'm going to. Alright. Alright. I'm going to. By resting him. I'm going to attack with Gao Mikado. +1 because of Sunfist and Drum Bunker and Soul. Discarding a Sunfist, attack becomes infinite with an extra critical to your Vanguard. Drive first. Heal trigger. Power here. Deal 1 point of damage. Second check. What I'd like to see. Alright. Alright, and at the end, by counterblasting, restand Blue Sky Knights. We'll go ahead and put the 5k there because it's +5. Want to attack the Vanguard. 20, 30. And then when he is attacking with grade 3 or greater Vanguard, I can put the top card of the deck into the gauge face down, or I could soul charge. So I'm going to take that. Alright. And this is going to be 30,000 at your Vanguard.
its turn. If you have 2 or more open circles, it gives another +5 die for the shields. That's 23. 30.
Alright. With a boost of Drum Bumper Dragon SD, Crimson Battler will attack. 10,000. 10, 20, 30, 40. 48. And because he is attacking grade 3 or greater Vanguard, or no, when he is attacking, and since I have grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Gao Mikado in the name, he gains critical. So it's going to be 48 crit 2 at your Vanguard.
Well,
Alright. At the end of my turn, since you have 4 or more damage, and I did Persona Ride this turn, by counterblasting 1 card, discarding Gargantuan Punisher, and paying 4 gauge. This, and 4 gauge, and calling Final Phase, I get to restand the Vanguard and attack with him. So with a boost of Drum Bumper Dragon SD, this is going to be 23, 28, 36,000. At your Vanguard.
$28, 33, 38, 43, 48.
That's 2.
How much is that again?
36.
50, 30.
Yeah, 36. So you're at 53.
Yes.
I'm gonna drive first. Second. Wow.
Any more fights?
Nope, that is the complete end of my turn.
And roll. Goes on the roll. Okay, power to the front row. Call. Replace this turn. This plus 5,000. So the right be 20,000 at your Vanguard.
Said 20.
20,000. 25,000 extra. Vanguard.
28.
23, counter plus 1. 29. 23 and super drive extra. And actually, credits is basically 5,000.
Intercept, because Drum Bunker Dragon was in its soul. That's 10,000 shield, 23, 38, 2 hits.
First check. No trigger. Final check. No trigger. $25,000 extra.
How much is that one attacks?
I should need 35.
This. Let's game.
Beginning.
Yeah. I wish I had seen that